All right, our next example, it states the exponential models describe the population of the indicated country. A, in millions, T years after 2006. Which country has the greatest growth rate? And then by what percentage is the population of that country increasing each year? So we want to find, it says, the growth rate. That's what we're looking for. Which country has the greatest growth rate? And remember that K, whatever we call K, if it's when it's positive, it represents the growth rate. So we need to look at each country here, where country A is country 1 is A is equal to 133.6 times e to the 0.006 t. We only need to look at the decimal that is next to t that represents k. So country 1, we have point, or let's say this, k is 0.006. Country 2, we can omit that because it's asking us to find the growth rate. Country 3, our K is 0.033. And then country 4, our growth rate is 0.015. Okay, so we want to find which country has the greatest growth rate and then by what percentage. Now, if we want to convert these decimals into percent, remember to move the decimal 2 spaces to the right. So 0.006 becomes 0.6%, 0.033 becomes 3.3%, and then 0.015 becomes 1.5%. So which country has the greatest growth rate? It will be country 3. Okay, country 3, and that is by 33%. Okay, so that was a simple enough question. We just had to find the growth rate there. Now let's look at the next example, where it says the exponential model A is equal to 930.6 times e to the 0.015t describes the population A of a country in millions t years after 2003. Use the model to describe, this is the model, our equation. Use the model to describe when the population of the country will be 1,131 million. All right. So what is given? We're using this formula here. A is equal to 930.6 times e to the 0.015t, and it wants us to find the what year. When will this what year will this country be at this size here? 1,131 million. Okay. So what's given is the population. So we're going to call that A. All right, so let's plug this into the formula. So we have here 1131 equals to 930.6 times e to the 0.015t. Now, this is going back to our previous section when we talked about how to solve a logarithmic equation when we're not able to come up with the common base. And this is where we have to either use the common log or the natural log. And we would use the common log if the base was 10, but then we would use natural log when the base is not 10. So what we're going to do before we take the natural log to both sides, we want to solve this equation where we want our base e to be by itself. So what we're going to do is divide 930.6 to both sides. Okay, and then we have here 1131 over 930.6 equals to e raised to the 0.015t. Now at this moment, here again, we don't have a common log, but we have a natural log. So we're going to take the natural log to both sides, meaning ln. So this is how we're going to write it. ln of 1131 over 930.6 is equal to ln of e raised to the 0.015t, because our goal at this moment is to solve for t. Okay, so now remember, we can, using our power rule, we can bring down this 0.015t right in front of the ln of e, and recall that the ln of e is equal to 1. Therefore, our right hand side, we have ln of 1131 all over 930.6 is equal to 0.015t. And then to solve for t, we're going to divide 0.015 to both sides. And we have t is equal to. So now we're getting ready to find out the time. Okay. So this is where we're going to have to use our calculator to input this information. Okay. So let me move this over a little bit and let's bring up the calculator. Okay. So let's go ahead and enter this information. So this is how I would type it into the calculator. So follow my lead. So we are going to click on LN, and then let's put, we have open parenthesis, 1131 divided by 930.6, and let's close it. And I'm going to press enter because I want to see what that is. And then let's say divide by 0.015. Enter. Okay. So if you notice, the question says round to the nearest year as needed. So we have 13.0 and that rounds to 13. Okay, so it says use the model to determine when the population of the country will be, okay, at 1131 million. So we know it's going to take 13 years, but what would that year be? So to find the year, we are going to add 13 to 2003 to find out what year this will be. And that year is 2016. And there we go.